Hello everyone. Today we will discuss the autonomic nervous system. As you know that previously we discussed the nervous system. The main purpose of the nervous system is to coordinate all the activities of the body, and the nervous system has two main points, two main division. One is the central nervous system, which comprises of the brain and spinal cord, while the second one is the peripheral nervous system. And the peripheral nervous system, there includes all the neurons which are found outside the central nervous system, which are mostly found in the peripheries of the body. The peripheral nervous system has two main functional division. One is sensory or efferent division. The second one is motor or efferent division. Sensory division contains nerve fibers or neurons that are arising mostly from the somatic and visceral part of the body. And the main function of this sensory division is to carry impulses from sensory part of the body towards the central nervous system. So it means that these nerve cells are apparent in nature because they carry impulses towards the brain and spinal cord of the body. The second one is motor division. The motor division consists of motor neurons which convey motor commands or information from central nervous system, and these are actually the integrated or decision making information mostly in the brain, and these are carried to the effector organs, which may be either the skeletal muscle or that may be either the glands. The efferent motor division has two components. It is further categorized. The motor division is further categorized into two units. One is the somatic nervous system. The second one is autonomic nervous system. Somatic nervous system, which mostly innervated, this type of nervous system innervated the skeletal muscle. All the neurons, they are carried towards the skeletal muscle, while the autonomic nervous system, which innervated smooth muscle, cardiac muscle, and various glands. The somatic nervous system is actually the voluntary part of the nervous system, which control the voluntary actions, while the autonomic nervous system, this is the involuntary part of the nervous system, which control the involuntary activities of the body. So what is mean by autonomic nervous system? Autonomic nervous system is the type of nervous system which control the involuntary action or which control the internal function of the body, which include, for example, the movements of the alimentary canal, the movements of the muscle of the heart, contraction of smooth muscle which are found in the blood vessel, and the muscle which are found in the urinary bladder, iris of the eyes, and other parts of the body. Plus, it also controls the secretion of various glands of the body. Autonomic nerve originate mostly in the brain and spinal cord. So there are cranial nerves and spinal nerves. The nerves which are originated in the brain and the skull are called the cranial nerves, and the nerves which are originated in the spinal cord are the spinal nerves. So there are two main subdivisions of the autonomic nervous system. They are the parasympathetic nervous system and sympathetic nervous system. So parasympathetic nervous system and sympathetic nervous system are the two main portion of the autonomic nervous system. And remember, most organs in the body, they are innervated by both sympathetic and parasympathetic neuron. All the organs of the body, they are innervated by the sympathetic and parasympathetic neurons. The sympathetic neuron and parasympathetic neurons, they are found in various organs of the body. And remember, both the sympathetic and parasympathetic action are antagonistic. Antagonistic means if one neuron stimulating the activity of an organ, then the other unit, they will inhibit its function. So both the sympathetic and parasympathetic neurons, they act as antagonistic effect. But remember, neither kind of neurons means that both sympathetic and parasympathetic neuron are not entirely excitatory and are inhibitory. Means their function is not entirely or exclusively excitatory or inhibitory. Sometimes some organ they act as an excitatory, while in some other organs they act as a inhibitory. For example, parasympathetic neuron inhibit heartbeat, but on the other hand, this parasympathetic excite peristaltic movement of the intestine. While sympathetic neurons, they increase heartbeat, while in the other hand, they inhibit the intestinal peristaltic movement. So that is why sympathetic and parasympathetic division of the nervous system act as antagonistic. A parasympathetic nervous system, they inhibit heartbeat, then the sympathetic nervous system, they increase the heartbeat. If the parasympathetic nervous system excite or activate the peristaltic movement of the intestine, then the sympathetic nervous system inhibit the intestinal peristaltic movement. That is why their function is antagonistic. Generally, as a general rule, the parasympathetic division of the autonomic nervous system is mostly active or associated with non-stressful activity. So the parasympathetic activity or a parasympathetic division of the autonomic nervous system, it is active mostly in non-stressful activities such as resting, eating, digestion, and urination. While the sympathetic division of the nervous system, it is active under stressful event, under physical or emotional stress. So the parasympathetic nervous system, they are active, they are functional and non-stressful activities, while the sympathetic division, they are active under the stressful event. Under such stressful condition, what happened, there is increase in the heart rate of the body, the blood vessel to the skeletal muscle dilates, so the blood flow towards the skeletal muscle increase, blood vessel in the viscera constrict, the activity of intestinal tract, so the activity of the intestinal tract is decreases and metabolic rate is increases. So the heart rate is increases, blood flow towards the skeletal muscle is increases, the metabolic rate is increases. Resultantly, the importance of these responses in emergency reaction is to either fight or flight the situation. So in case of so sympathetic division, they are active in case of fight or flight responses. And this type of situation, all these activities like the heart rate of the body is increases, blood flow is towards the skeletal muscle, there increases, the metabolic rate is increases, and the intestinal tract movement of the intestinal tract is decreases. It should be, however, noted that sympathetic division is active to some degree also during resting condition in maintaining normal blood pressure and body temperature. So it also active in this type of condition. But generally, the sympathetic nervous system, sympathetic division of the autonomic nervous system, they are active in stressful condition, while parasympathetic nervous system, they are active in the non-stressful event. Another means the sympathetic and parasympathetic, they are active, they are parallelly active to one another. If one system activate the function of the organ, then the other system will be deactivate or inhibit the function of the body. So all these about the autonomic nervous system. Thank you.